Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Two comments. One is I think the new trustees that we brought in on have been extremely helpful and are adding a lot of value to this institution and our board. The challenge is for the administration and others to be able to bring them along and give them all the information in a timely basis. We've actually been working on this for 8 years. We've acquired adjoining properties. We've expended in excess of $10 million on these projects. We have received all of the zoning, land development, subdivision approvals. The majority of the design has been done. And it's unfortunate. I completely respect the questions that are being asked. They're legitimate questions. I think we need to do a better job in the future of highlighting these critical decisions that we're going to be making and making sure that we provide, I suppose, in more advance than 6 months, which we have done, the necessary information so folks can be informed. I'm troubled by the lack of confidence in our administration and our staff and the committee structure. We have looked at this every way but Sunday. We have studied the thoughts of private or public or a combination thereof. We have studied the markets. We've had consultants speak to the depth of the market, the need for this, for us to compete, and not against Temple, but against the entire market. In order to grow our enterprise, as I suggested on a Wednesday evening call, we need to invest in our enterprise. And I'm just troubled that we are here today, as we were in July, being asked 24 hours and sometimes a half an hour before critical votes to shift course on a committed staff and faculty and these Commonwealth campuses. I can tell you that these Commonwealth campuses are going to be completely deflated. They're going to be, they already feel in a lot of ways disenfranchised from University Park, and we spend a lot of time and energy attempting to make them not feel that way, because that's not the way we feel about it. The staff, I can tell you from the conversations I've had in the last 4 days, have worked their tails off, and we have provided the answers to the questions. I'm just deeply troubled by the process as a committee chair. Hopefully my fellow committee members will acknowledge that we look 3 and 4 meetings ahead of what's on the agenda. This comes as no surprise to anybody on the committee, and we voted 7-1, and the only one who voted against it, respectfully, was Elliot, who was his first meeting. So those of us who are informed, and I apologize for if we haven't done a good enough job. I'm sorry, Al. I'm sorry for those of us who have not done it, who have not been informed. I apologize for that. I've pledged to those who have come to me today to, in the future, to do a better job of bringing things forth that are of this significance. It just so happens that we have a lot of things on the agenda today. It's going to be a big setback financially and emotionally for this university and the Commonwealth campuses if this does not move forward. And I'm deeply troubled. I think it is incumbent upon the governor and his representatives and fellow trustees to please spend more time in advance, and don't put us in these difficult positions in both private and public settings of having to change course on staff and faculty. I don't think it's fair. My day is going to go on tomorrow. I am missing my daughter's induction that I was supposed to be home for at 5 and wanted to stay here for it. I'm a little disappointed at how it's going to turn out, but I completely understand it. I just think it's very unfortunate where we are. At this point in time, I'd like to withdraw my motion, please, on these 3 items.
I find it really remarkable, the tone of Trustee Dambly's comments. I will also say that this governor and his representatives on any board are not rubber stamps. And at least I do not apologize for asking tough questions, even if it's relatively late in the process. Those questions are going to be asked, and if people don't like it, it's kind of too bad, because we're going to keep asking the tough questions.